Hello, hello. How's everybody doing out there? Peasant chat, that's right. We talk to poor people today. We take your Coyote-related questions, industry-related questions, talk about Ford sucking, talk about Chevy sucking, talk about everything, Dodge sucking, talk about the Rimac Navara breaking 700 records in one poll. Like, I remember saying a while ago that if electric, I know, guys, I know, I get it. You don't like electric cars. Ugh. Oh, like, I guarantee there's like 10 of you on this chat that own a diesel truck, and you're such a mouth breather that when you go buy a Tesla, you accelerate to roll coal on them as if to say, yeah, take that insanely advanced high-end vehicle that I can never afford. Like, I saw a guy, I like him. He's on, I wouldn't consider him a friend, but a guy who I know around here who has a Mustang that makes not the smartest guy, but he's out there driving this old ass piece of shit like I don't know, Lincoln or something, and he takes a picture of a Tesla behind him and he goes, "Take that, Tesla, stinking up the take my car." I'm like, you are so stupid. But the thing is, I can't even explain to him how stupid he is because he's stupid. So he wouldn't even realize he's stupid. So in honor of that, as always, we like to do it live.
We'll do it live.
Okay. Fuck. Oh.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Okay, and we want to thank the sponsors that make it all happen. Two Auto Solution. Rami's out on Two Auto Solution. He's out there building GT500 motors right now. He's putting a couple of GT500 motors together for his customers. Low compression, pump gas shit. Nice. Race Motive, the preeminent roll racing league things and stuff. Race Motive. They gave me a bunch of stuff to give away, and you guys benefit. Race Motive. DNA High Performance. He'll fight you. He'll beat you up. He'll send you a hat or a shirt. DNA High Performance. He's also giving away a Watt box on Tuesday. PartsFarm.com, the Parts Farm. They have a Roush RS3 right now that if you're a body man, meaning a guy that works in auto body, you can have yourself a 14 or 13 Roush RS3 for $18,000 with a clean title. Just got to fix it up. Conk Performance, ConkPerformance.com. Guys, I'm not going to do anything right now with Conk stuff unless he comes out with a different cold air he was talking about us testing on. I'm testing on a current cold air with LMP. I'll give you guys a video on that tonight. Ultimate Header, UltimateHeader.com. PMAS, Nick James, PMAS. I'll talk about PMAS too. Some with Gail Banks, that was funny. Caliber Transmission, CaliberTransmission.com. Before we get to the silliness of the show, it's going to be, just open subject matter. Not really nothing to harp on. Couple of things I wanted to mention, but nothing really too crazy. And we'll just talk with the people like we used to do back in the days, and we'll give away 2 shirts today. 2000 MCR, Andy Ali, Yogan Lates, Douche Did It, Darren Harper, JD Swag, Brian 03 Cobra, The Wolf, Tracy Miller, Bag Tacoma, Angel Puerto Rico, Wesley Stewart, Half Bolted On, Tango, James Williams, the resident GM tuner, Robo Style, Ken McAllister, Brian Harper, TJ Sikorsky, Craig Walls, Coyote, Kelly, Agent Orange, Media back again, Boost Willis again, Andrew Stoss, Joe Swish, Oliver Bryan, DJ, Big Rick, Mike Traps, Cobby, says good morning, Walter Hoffman, Gregory Upfitch, Alan Thompson, One Slow 50, Mark Chisten, Christensen, I can't even talk today. Diego, Clip Clop again, Zach Zanders, Rican 50, I don't know what that means. I'm not even going to try to mention it. James and Jay Huncho, 5 Blade, Christian Nitrous, the Black GT500, Matt Class, One of on RTR, Turul Viate Racing in the house, finally finished welding, stick welding his cage, totally NHRA certified, expert hash brown maker, don't breathe down his comes back. If sound doesn't come back, well, too bad. Second Shift Racing in the house. More pews, more boost. Isaiah Davalos, Joe Jackson, Adam Griffin, everyone else. Okay, it looks like the sound is back. Apparently, this thing, the USB device, just like crapped out. This thing isn't having issues. I know. Relax, guys. It's coming back. Just take a while. Hit live on your Metro PCS jump. So what ended up happening a couple of days ago, PMAS ended up. Nick James owns PMAS. He ended up saying that on a Gail Banks post, and if you guys go to my Alejandro Flores Alex Flores Facebook page. Banks Power had this little math conversion harness that I guess interpolated the signal in such a way because the math is super sensitive, blah, 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 blah. Nick James went in there and said, hey, I think I have a patent on this, so I think, I'd like a phone call. I shared it. And again, I didn't do it with a malicious intent at all. As you could see, I said, hey, Nick James wants to have a bit of a conversation. Gail Banks hit me up. Banks Power, not Gail Banks. Steve from Gail Banks hit me up. Hey, we're going to handle it through closed channels. I appreciate you shouting it out. We'll see what the deal is. And that's how it should be done. It shouldn't be some guy going, oh, Gail Banks sucks because he's robbing Nick. No, I said, look, apparently Nick James wants a phone call because he feels that he has a patent on this part. And hopefully they can hammer it out. And I think that's the way it should happen. But nowadays, what you're seeing is guys going out there and blasting dudes because I respect both companies. I respect PMS and I respect Gail Banks' company. So I think that's the way it should happen. The other thing that's happening is like Brian Luna is selling his Trans Am and some dude put out there that $32,000 for a piece of junk Trans Am. And I was just like, so let me see. So if I sold my GT500, right? And I have the engine is here, the transmission, I have everything, right? And it's a 14 GT500. I know it doesn't compare to a Firebird's not a good comparison. But would you think I'm nuts for trying to sell it for $40,000? $50,000? Hey, this thing's a proven combo. I got the motor refresh to Keith Ray's. I got a T56. I got all this stuff, everything taken apart. And I'm going to put it up for sale for $50,000. And then someone goes, oh my God, what an asshole. A non-running car for $50,000. Bro, if you don't like it, shut the fuck up and move on with your life. Like, shut the fuck up and move on with your life. Like, Brian Luna has to probably just constantly defend everything he does. The guy has a 6-second S550. Right? And there's always some mouth breather saying some shit and he's trying to sell his Trans Am and some other people, oh my God. I'm like, dude, you don't got the money? You're not interested? You think the price is too high? Bounce. Like I stopped doing that shit a long time. I think I did it a couple of times and I'm like, this guy's smoking crack. And then I found that some Celine's are going for $80,000, $90,000. 93 Cobra R's are going for stupid money. 93 Cobras are going for, so I was like, hey, whatever the guy is willing to sell it for. Like right now, if I was to sell my GT500, right, no one's putting a gun to your head to buy it. And then they're like, stop white knighting for the guy. Then stop blasting the dude when he got nothing to do with you. Maybe he has a beef with him. I don't know. But I kind of find it kind of funny, and it's Facebook. Like, Facebook is legit for grandmas. I went to Havoc Speed to buy a filter for a cold air that I'm testing on the ZR1. And some guy's like, hey, what's going on? I don't know who the fuck he was. I literally don't remember this motherfucker. What's up, man? And I was like, hey. He's like, how come you don't do videos anymore? And I just went full stupid on him. I said, because you're on Facebook. And Facebook doesn't pay me enough to post on that shit, right? Facebook is for grandmothers. You're on Facebook, right? He goes, yeah. I go, right. You think I'm going to take time and effort to put stuff on a forum that doesn't pay me? I go where I make money. Instagram pays me, believe it or not. Instagram pays me. Facebook don't pay shit. So I link everything to Facebook, and YouTube pays me the most. And you guys, the members, the membership program is the main bulk of what I make. So a lot of people blow me away on Facebook. They live on Facebook. And if it doesn't happen on Facebook, did it ever happen? Like, I'm blown away by that, by the people that complain about other people's shit and pocket watch other people's shit on Facebook out of all reasons. Bro, it's goofy. It's goofy stuff. Like, that's why I don't fuck with anybody. You won't see me at a streetcar takeover. You won't see me doing anything anywhere ever because there's just fucking losers out there that do dumb shit. Crazy stuff. So the Rimac, Rimac Nevera, is it a Rimac Nevera? We were talking electric cars, and then I got off on a tangent. So the Rimac, I think it's called the Nevera, Rimera, Favera. I don't know what it's called. Nevera. Actually, that means fridge. In Spanish, that literally means the fridge. So I'm blown away. Why is the Nevera, the Rimac Nevera, is a thing? So it supposedly ran, let me see, YouTube. Let me go to YouTube. YouTube.com, and then I'll go to Rimac. And the Rimac, like, went versus the Lamborghini shit. It gave it a huge head.
probably
It gave it a huge head start, and it just gapped the ever-living shit out of it. It wasn't even close, and it went like 820 in the quarter. It gave the Lambo like a football field head start. Let me see. Okay.
Hundreds.
Oh, Jesus. What? Is it wet? You know what? Why do these guys constantly drive cars on wet roads? You know what I hate about Top Gear? The thing I hate about Top Gear the most is like, why would you put a car on a wet track ever in history? Like it's so freaking stupid to me. Every single time I see a car on a wet track, I go, wait for a dry day.
Up to now.
God damn it, I hate people.
Jay.
Come on, sir.
Bye-bye.
Oh, this was 6 months ago. Alex, come on, man. Come on, get the new shit. Bending physics. Here we go. Yeah.
Under
oh
1.8
Lord.
seconds on street tires,
Where's
unprepped
the end of it
surface
where it
on a
shows
normal
all the
asphalt, so
records?
that was quite a challenge
Oh
because
my
you
God!
need
Speak English with a regular accent. God damn it! I'd rather read subtitles than to hear this motherfucker talk English. Anyway, it went like 820. It's fast. It's fast. And I've always said that an electric car that can harness the power properly and manage the torque properly, there is plain and simply zero competition for that car. You literally cannot compete against an electric car that has proper torque control with electric motors. It's just not possible. I don't care how many turbos you got. I don't care if managed properly, nothing touches an electric car. Now, someone put the Rimac Nevera's stats on Twitter and said, I wonder if the Tesla Roadster, whenever it comes out, if it's going to fucks with it. And I guarantee that the Tesla Roadster is going to be a 7-second street car. 7-second on asphalt street car. Because if it isn't, Elon Musk is going to look at it as it has the second best vehicle out there because the Rimac Nevera went 826 on asphalt. So I suspect that Tesla's probably going to go, well, we're going to get our technology in line, use the big motors from the Model Model S Plaid, the semis, because the semis use the Model S Plaid's hardware. And if it has like a quad motor or a tri-motor on a 3,200-pound situation, it'll be a 7-second car. I guarantee it. But anyway, enough of that bullshit. We'll talk to the poors out there that want to make fun of Brian Luna's car, or the Steve Morris fanboys that still support the guy even though it's a burnout and the rods chuck on a burnout. I'm like, I love Steve Morris. I think he's great, but man, stop making videos, bro. Stop making videos. Stop making videos. like imagine if Proline had as many engine failures as Steve Morris documents. And again, I'm not saying he's a bad engine builder. I'm just saying you're documenting your own demise because you're saying, yeah, I put this motor together and I blew up the rods. And then he's like, well, there were rods that were on the shelf. And I'm like, I just can't anymore. So y'all could support his shit all you want. Once I stupidly spent $80 on his merch to try to win a motor. I'm kind of glad it didn't go through. Bro, they're in England. It's like my girl, always wet. Okay, that was a lie. It's probably in England. There's never a dry day there. Then, move. I'm sick and tired of these $1 million whatevers. Like, well, the track was wet. Then go somewhere. I don't care. Like when I watch movies and you see cars sliding all over the place, you're like, why? Why can't they just do it on a dry surface and power through? No, it's always a wet fucking road. I hate John Wick movies. They're stupid as hell. And all they're doing is sliding around on wet roads all the time. Fast Furious probably is the only one that sometimes shows some dry stuff. By the way, did you guys spend your money on that shit? Like, you're the biggest loser on the planet if you went and saw the latest Fast and Furious movie. That's right. I got 243 people on the show right now. I guarantee 5 of you saw Fast and Furious. You're a fucking loser. What the fuck's wrong with you giving them money? Haven't you learned on the previous 7 movies that it is whack shit? And you're like, well, let me go see what Toretto's up to now. It's stupid. Everyone's stupid. I think Elon said 8.4 for the Roadster. Well, that's 2/10 off of the Rimac, but the Rimac is $2 million. Like $2 million. I mean, I get it. It's a hyper duper super duper car. $2 million. My God. Didn't the Spearling run a 7-second? Yeah, but it's not a production vehicle, and the Rimac kind of is. So yeah, the Spearling is the quickest and fastest, but I don't think it is production. I dealt with SM years ago. He's really good at marketing is all I'll say. Well, look, I think Steve Morris seems to be a really nice guy. I'm sorry. If you have, forget Cletus. Cletus's car runs well, but I don't know he's been any quicker with the SMX in it. You guys might know because you watch him. Has he been as quick in the SMX with the SMX in his El Camino than he had with his regular big block? Like, has he been as quick? I don't think so. I don't know that. Because if he would have ran 630, 620, I would have been like, all right, that there's an improvement. But if he shoves an SMX in his car and it doesn't run any better than his old big block, I'm going to be like, well, why get an SMX? And I get it. You guys are going to go, well, it's been fives. I get it. I understand. It's been fives. But I have seen, because I watched Steve Morris for the knowledge, I have seen more issues on that channel than success stories, right? Cletus was the ultimate success story. He was like, okay, I put a regular big block in my shit and it went 640s and a big heavy car. Awesome. But then again, I'm not in that world. I'm just a nobody that just does dumb live streams, right? I'm a dumb live streamer. Cool. Let's get that out of the way. I'm not, based on what I see, I wouldn't be confident that an SMX is for me. Or actually, Steve Morris's kid has a small block Ford twin turbo on his car, and I'm like, there. But many engine builders can make that happen. Why would I go to Steve Morris specifically to build me a motor based on what I see on his channel? I think his channel is great for content, but when it comes to promoting the business, I can make the case that it's actually detrimental to business on that channel. I could make the case. I'm not saying it is. I'm saying if I was a lawyer, I can go, well, based on what I see, I don't want to fucks with it. You know what I mean? I think it went 650 so far, so it hasn't gone any quicker than his old motor that went 640s. Alex, what direction do you think the auto industry is going? Do you think gas cars are completely doomed for what predictions are for the next 10 years? Says Five Blade Not Nally. Well, it all depends. Government putting their nose in a private business ruins it every time because they regulate it to death. Imagine if the big three were allowed to put products out there that people wanted. Because right now, Tesla is doing something that no one thought was possible. They're building very simple vehicles, and due to their technology, people want them. But if you were to ask the average Joe, what do you want out of a vehicle? I want it to be big, I want it to have a lot of horsepower, and I want it to have a lot of range, which is not even a thing anymore. It's not even possible. The Model X gets about 350 miles of charge. The S, the same. The 3, the same. Like, none of them get 400 to 500. Like, you only get 400 to 500 miles per tank on hybrid vehicles, like a Volkswagen Jetta, like super small, tiny little turbo thing, hybrid situation, whatever. Those are the only vehicles that you can literally say, I get like 45 miles a gallon. But then, what they do is they fool you with math. They don't fool you. They make their argument with math. And the argument has to be a lot simpler, in my opinion. Per charge, how many miles can you get? And they'll say, well, it only costs you $12 to charge up. Listen to me, motherfucker. Per charge, how many miles do you get? And how fast can I charge up? That's all people care about. They don't say, well, it cost me $26 to fill up from 0. I get 300 miles of charge. And if you do the math, that's really like $1 a gallon. Shut up. Plug it in. Charge up. How many miles can I get? I would rather pay $30 a tank or $35 a tank with 87 octane on a hybrid vehicle that gets 400 miles per tank. That is simple math. But Tesla is bucking that trend and saying, look, you need this. And people are going, okay, I need this. It's cult-ish, but the car is very good. The car is very good. But I think if the automotive industry was allowed to do whatever they wanted to do, I think they would really make big, not so great fuel efficient vehicles, because that's what the people want. People want a big, powerful, safe, roomy. They want basically a big, massive station wagon. That's what the people want. The only way electric cars matter is the subsidies. My sound keeps wigging out, so I apologize. I can't move the laptop, so I'll try to not move the laptop. Apparently, I have a loose USB port. Means I'm gonna have to switch it up. Anyway, the only way I think electric cars make it is with a subsidy, a government tax break. That's it. Like a government tax break. Take away the government tax break on a Model 3. Take away a government tax break on a Model Y. Does it then make financial sense? And if that's the case, why doesn't government subsidize hybrids? And if they do, why don't they subsidize them as much as electric cars? If the government subsidy is the biggest reason you're getting an electric car, that is welfare. That is me paying for something that you want to get. So it already makes no sense to me. If taxes are the reason you get a vehicle, the vehicle has to stand on its own merit, in my opinion. The vehicle has to be badass on its own, as opposed to, well, we're going to have to get one because it cuts in, I can take $7,500 away from my taxable income. Then it's welfare. So you can make the case that it's welfare. And the smart people would say, well, it's not. Because by the time that you pay for this subsidy and that subsidy and this, because government subsidizes everything, even ethanol. And I'm not going to lie, government does subsidize ethanol and corn growing big time. So you could make the argument either way, in my opinion. F-150 Power Boost gets a little over 600 miles a tank, which is like a 22 gallon. All engine builders have failures. At least SM isn't blaming it on the tuner because he's the tuner. Right, Mo Green? He's the tuner. He's the builder. He's everything. Okay, I understand all engine builders have failures. I'm not saying he is a bad engine builder. I never said that. What I said is if Proline, Nelson Racing Engines, and all those other alike have failures, documenting them is probably not a smart thing because optics are everything, especially on YouTube. Like Steve Morris goes on YouTube and answers some mouth breather questions. And I'm like, dude, you don't understand. The people on YouTube generally are dumbasses that do not have skin in the game, don't have any money and zero knowledge. So they're going to go out there and ask you a whole bunch of crazy questions. And then I think he feels obligated to educate. So if the layman like me looks at him and go, oh, all your SMXs seem to be blowing up pretty quickly. Again, they're pushing 3,000 horsepower and up. I get it. Don't document it. Go out there and say, look, this thing made this power on the dyno. This is how you read a plug. And this is a carbureted blow-through setup. Buy. But the moment you start doing Billy Badass stuff, which you know can break, and it breaks, and you document it breaks, some people might go, maybe I don't want to, they can make that leap. They can make that argument. So guys, I don't document half the shit. I do. Because it's not beneficial. So you have to, if you have control of the narrative, if you have control of what you put out there, like I haven't had many engine failures at all that were due to negligence. That's a funny story. It's a funny sidebar. I remember when I first started tuning, the guy that was training me said, you're going to blow up motors. You're going to blow up motors. And I said, yeah, but not due to negligence. And he was quiet because what I was basically saying is, I've seen you be negligent. I have seen you with my eyeballs be negligent with a customer's motor. I would never do that. So have motors blown up? Sure. Has it been due to negligence? No. Maybe we lost a fuel pump. Maybe we lost an intercooler pump. Maybe we got a bad batch of ethanol. But I never say, well, I fucked up. I gave you 35 degrees of timing on 300 pounds of boost. Never. Literally has never happened. Do you think the last 5 years of involvement with Garrett has helped or hurt Texas Speed? I think the last 5 years of Garrett has hurt the automotive or racing industry. Now, again, I'm talking about knowledge, furthering progress, making racing better. I think Garrett's channel does not make racing better. It makes his brand better. It makes his racing better. It makes his particular content better. But as a whole, if you put your eggs in the Garrett Mitchell basket, you're basically now have become a content machine, not a racing outfit. You know what I mean? Like, you've become a content machine. And the problem with that is blowing up is content. Would I buy Texas Speed anything that if Alejandro Flores wanted to build an LS, I would not use Texas Speed stuff. Why? Based on Garrett's stuff. I'm sorry. He's blown up 15, 10 motors. I'm not saying Texas Speed builds bad motors. I'm saying Texas Speed allowed themselves to partner with a guy who is destructive. So then you can make the leap that the product is looking for just content. It did. Again, absolutely. Joe Swish, absolutely. It hurt the industry, but it filled TSP's pockets. Absolutely. I 100% agree. Martin Robles says, I avoid Texas Speed because of Garrett. Correct. But I think Texas Speed goes, well, we're going to lose a lot of people here. But the people that are fans of Garrett's will say, well, they support Garrett, so I support Texas Speed. So they'll buy a shirt. They'll buy a keychain. They'll buy things. But will they, the Billy Badass Racer, go to Texas Speed for cam heads, motors? Probably not. If you guys watch any of the cash days that you see out there, most of the LS cars that are out there, they don't say, I got Texas Speed this. They say, I got an LQ4 with rods and pistons and a 80 millimeter sticking out the bitch, and that's it. They don't say, I got a Texas Speed this. So a lot, according to you guys, because I don't know anything about Texas Speed at all in terms of if they're good or not, or if they're being avoided or not. Like, I know the Coyote end of things. I know who to avoid, like the plague, motor builders. But I don't know if Texas Speed had a bad reputation before Garrett. But I don't learn anything. Exactly. Second shift. The problem with YouTube is I go to YouTube to learn. And I'm not a smart guy. But when I turn on a channel, I want to learn something. Maybe someone will give me the history of the Grand National. Nobody has built a Grand National. I probably am the only guy out there that is building a ZR1 step by step. And it will never be a Kong 2650 1300 horsepower car. It'll be an 800 horsepower car, tops, maybe 850. Whatever I can get away with a stock cam. And if I chop it, that'll be years down the road. But I don't know anyone that has taken a ZR1 60 to 130 or dyno, modded it, dyno 60 to 130, modded it again. Like, no one has done the progression build that I've done. No one has done that with a Grand National. No one has done that with a notch, a nice little notch, and started from scratch, a notch stock. No one has done it with a Coyote. Okay, like I didn't really document the stuff with my Coyote in terms of like the black car, but I went backwards. I had the supercharged red car, then I ended up going NA with it. So at least I'm trying to show you a progression build and what to expect. When I go to channels that are content channels, I literally don't even learn a goddamn thing. And that's okay because his target audience is 18 to 24. I highly doubt his target audience is 35 to 54. That would blow my mind if 35-year-olds are watching Garrett to learn something. Exactly. That's why I went with LME with a 427. The average mouth breather will buy Texas Speed because of Cletus. Correct. Finally, got a beater to daily. So my Gen 1 MT2 car gets to be a toy again. Do you think it'd be worth to throw injectors in E85 tune if there's only one station near me that has E? Sure. If it's near you and it tests at 80% minimal, get some LU47s in it, throw some E85 and have a good time with high octane fuel. I'd look at Vengeance or LMP to build an LS. Exactly. TKM for okay. Yeah. Okay, Mike J. You see LMP posting their street racing, Alec on camera and everything. So I don't know how to feel about that. So I want to protect him because he seems to be a nice guy. Posting yourself street racing, and owning a business, love you. I love you. It's probably not a good idea. I love you. I love you. You are now in the public eye because you have a YouTube channel. You could say, hey, I'm here in an undisclosed location in Mexico, and I'm racing. My customer's racing. Well, the problem is a lot of problems, and I don't even want to mention them because I don't want to like give anyone ideas. Agencies, alphabet agencies. So I really would urge him not to show his face on camera while doing illegal shit, because the side asshole. Port up there. Let me see if I have another USB port. No. Oh, yes, I do. I do, but I don't know if it'll work. So I'm going to try to be still. Sorry, the sound's going to suck until I fix it. I would really urge him to stay off of camera if he wants to, like, not get visits. Just saying. The majority of progression builds are undocumented. I'm going to LME for engine-based success of the Stapleton 42 and the Freddy LSX. Garrett giving Texas Speed the Mulvaney treatment. Look, I told you guys a long time ago, and even Garrett said that in a video. He goes, hey, stop saying Texas Speed sucks, because then they'll stop supporting us. Stop blowing up Texas Speed shit. Like, it's really easy. Like, Keith Ray's building my motor. If it blows up due to my negligence, you'll never hear about it. You'll never hear about it. You'll never hear about it. Hey, Alex, what happened to the car? I sold it. If I was negligent, meaning I fucked up. I forgot the intercooler pump. The tune had 50 degrees of timing in it, and it chucked the rod. I would say, well, it looks like the motor blew up, guys, so I'm going to be selling the rolling chassis. It was a good run. Am I going to go, wow, looks like a sensor. Oh, looks like I pinched the line and it overboosted everything. And I'm like, oh, my Lord, what is happening? Love the progression builds. Reminds you of S197 days. For my research, Texas Speed parts are pretty subpar for LS engines. Alec is most street up. Alex is most street up. I don't think I have most street up. Where's most street up on this? Yeah, here we go.
I know that I could beat him on the street because I'm most street.
He says it so aggressive.
I know that I could beat him on the street because I'm most street.
It's an even worse idea that he has a ZL1 in his shop's driveway. Yeah. Mexico, masks, no plates, no names. That's the problem. You have to go out there with ski masks. Guys, I'm going to wear a ski mask and be like, yeah. Like, you can't say, hi, guys, I'm Alex Flores, and I'm out here on PGA Boulevard getting it in with my boys. Skirt, skirt. No. You go, hey, guys, what's up? I'm out here in Mexico. The Sinaloa cartel was nice enough to let us borrow a street, and I paid them $1 million in perpetuity a year because that's how they roll, and that's fine. And we're racing in Mexico. Like that's how you do it. But if you're somewhere that is obviously the USA, Northeast, Maryland, Virginia area, I'm like, dude, stop. These guys race, and there's a very obvious sign. Like, Jersey Turnpike, exit 40. I'm like, oh, stop. You're self-snitching. Alec needs to wear those glasses with the nose and mustache. Titan Uranus says, what I don't get is how every channel puts a car together and don't test. They go right to an event. Because testing is boring to them, but I love it. I want to see everything. Like, take off, nah, come back. Maybe it's boring to the vast majority because the algorithm says, let's blow something up. Let's blow it to kingdom come, and we're going to get views. I'm sorry. My credibility and my self-respect is worth way more than looking like a clown on camera for views. I'm not gonna blow up my shit to get clicks and views. Like, I would be embarrassed if my car crashed out of track. Embarrassed. I'd be, fuck, I gotta fix it, You think I'm gonna document that stuff? No. I have to get to work. look, I got to get to work. I got to fix this thing, or I got to sell it, or I got to see why it broke so it doesn't happen again. But I don't want to look like a clown and document looking like a clown in front of everybody, because then it opens yourself up to speculation. How many of you have seen people crash somewhere and then they build cars or tune cars and you're like, I'm not going to that guy? Getting flashbacks of the Walkman Discman days where the headphones cord would mess up unless you held it a certain way. Yeah, this thing's like, if I touch the laptop, I got to get new cords anyway. The reason is, this is the laptop that I used to tune the Corvette. So the USB port is always hooked up to the scanner. And that's the problem with HP tuners, that you got to use a big old stupid laptop to data log with. But that's just the way how it's going to be. Wish you offered LS tuning. Goblin TV, I would never offer LS tuning. I would never offer LS tuning. One, I am no expert. I don't want to be a novice at something and offer tuning. See, maybe others would. Like if, let's say if I had 30 files in front of me and they ranged from C5 Corvette to C7, and then Bumblebee Camaros to the newest shit, let's say I had vetted files. Then I have to adjust them. And I'm not confident in it yet to say, yeah, I know what's happening. Like automatic 8-speed Camaro stuff and ZR1 stuff and C7 and Cadillac stuff. I'm no expert. I start looking at the tables, and this requires the amount of time I have been Coyote tuning. I think I need to share equal, if not more time, because the Mustang tuning it's Mustang. Mustang is Mustang, right? And the F-150 tunes kind of look similar to Mustang, whereas the Chevy stuff, it could be similar, but it's a different platform. C7, C6, C5, Cadillac V3, V2, 5.3, 4.8, 6.0, different platforms that came with. No, I'd have to literally be in it for 20 years. And guys, there are already tuners out there that are way better than me by far. Not just Coyote stuff, but LS stuff. I'm interested in tuning mine stuff. I'm not interested in tuning anything LS. Neither is Lund. Lund does not give two shits about venturing into LS or Dodge tuning at all. Just installed FFE and was wondering, is there any benefit to raising the shift point on an auto? Not if you're not. See, if you have a Gen 3 10 or 80 car, 7,500 is where the meat is. If you have cams on a Gen 3 car, 7,800 to 8,100 is where the meat is. People say, well, can I now shift to 9,000? I got oil pump gears. I'm like, you got stock cams. Yeah, but I got oil pump gears. I'm like, I don't care if you got oil pump gears. That doesn't mean that you're going to make power to 9,000 RPMs. This isn't a Honda. You still got factory rods in the thing. It'll fly off the bitch. Hog.USBs due to HP tuners. Yeah, pretty much. Joseph Parr says, I just blew up my Gen 1 Coyote looking for a good company to build one since I trust you. Any good recommendations? You can use all the big names. You can use TKM for a short. It depends on the power level. I think anything above 1,200, 1,300 requires super special stuff. Like very specific, super special stuff. When it comes to 1,000 and under, you can literally go to RPG, TKM, FFRE. You can get an illuminator. You can throw rods and pistons in it. You can go to Keith Ray. Like, it doesn't matter. But when it comes to really big boy stuff, I think there's a 3 engine guys that will, in my opinion, even have theories as to how to make it work. But if you're under 1,000, dude, anywhere, anything, don't overthink it. Honestly, if I were you, I would literally get a Gen 2 short block. Gen 2 short block, Gen 2 heads, or Gen 2 long block if you could find it, and just ride out with that. Cleaner McSkeeter actually asked people to stop hating Texas speed. Wow, really? I'd rather spend money with someone who is honest up front than someone that hides mistakes. But Alex, you can tune LS3 just for me and me only. Just for me and me only. What's the world record for going down a quarter mile in reverse? Cletus is running out of content. Dude is riding horses for views. Stop. Well, the problem is, and I told you guys this about him, he's going to have to do wild shit to keep things fresh, right? Like the car stuff, I don't watch because he's not teaching me anything. I don't care about spectator drags. I think spectator drags are the biggest pieces of shit, AIDS, Freddie Mercury AIDS, dumb shit in history of history. Drifting's gay as fuck. So drifting, at least spectator drags, there's a winner. Drifting sucks. It's gay. What's he gonna do? Drag race and drag race again and drag race again? Look, eventually you're gonna run out of things, and you have a shelf life. I have a shelf life. Eventually you guys are gonna stop watching me. Right now on a Sunday, I am flattered that there are 310 people watching. Flattered. They want to just hear me talk some shit, talk tuning, ask questions, blah, blah, blah. But at what point do you look at this guy and go, that's enough? The act, the accent, the shenanigans, it's enough. So he has to merge it into something else, like a media company or like the pay-per-view. Like, do you think I want to watch YouTubers go around in circles with Rangers? Do you think that's something I want to watch? Oh, aren't you going to watch the Freedom 500? No. Well, you're just a hater. No, I'm not interested. Who are these people? Who are these people? They're normal people. Just happen to have YouTube channels. Like, why do I want to pay money to see YouTubers race? Have you ever seen me go to a YouTuber call out? Why the fuck do I want to go to a YouTuber call out? If I'm going to go racing, I want to go racing racers. Not YouTubers. It's like YouTuber boxing. Do you want to watch KSI fight another fucking YouTuber? Salt Poppy? No, I don't give a fuck about that. Same thing with YouTube callouts. Stupid. Drag racing is dead. At least here in Houston since the track went away. Welcome to my everyday. The track going away here killed racing. Have you seen the controversy on the Clearview oil filter? No. I love you. I love you, bro. You're trying to bring stuff into the show that will bore people to death. We're here to talk shit. I love you. We're here for the knowledge and the laughs and the start of Sunday morning. He has a plane now, Grand Canyon jump loading, right? How many of you think that I was way off base when it comes to he's going to have to jump off of the Grand Canyon to keep some viewers? Evil Knievel. Like Super Dave. He is Super Dave. Like, and you see it happening and you're like, okay, you can only drag race so many times. You can only blow up so many motors so many times. You can only do donuts so many times where people literally don't care. And then you have to kind of probably have a conversation with yourself, right? Eventually, he's going to grow up and go, why are people watching me? Are people watching me because they're learning or they want to see me almost die? Right? So that's a good one. Evil Knievel and Robbie Knievel. Those two guys, I don't give a shit about their life history. Did you think I watched Robbie Knievel and Evil Knievel jump the Vegas fountains because I cared about his upbringing? Oh, I wanted to see if his body goes flying in 15 different parts. Do you think people watch NASCAR because they want to see if the guy that said the N-word and got back into NASCAR can win again? No. We want to see crashes and fights and fist fights and dumb shit. So, he's going to have a conversation with himself. And he goes, well, Cleater McSkeeter, who are you really? Well, hey, man, I like the part where your car blew up. Thanks, man. Here's a signed straw hat. Next, hey, man, I like the part where you almost died. And you're like, wait, do people watch me because I'm almost going to die? You are now Evil Knievel. They were watched because of death-defying stunts. So now what are you going to do to attract people? You've already raced. You've won some stuff. It's not a teaching channel. It's just people watching you race. At one point, you're going to have to go like, why am I watching this guy race? And guess what? What is the future of the channel? Meaning, the people that were 18 5 years ago, now are going, that's enough for the shtick. Like, that's enough. I've seen it. That's enough of that. So what are you going to bring to the table? Well, the new 18-year-olds are now girls. Right. 18-year-old boys love to stuff things in their fake pussy to dilate it because they're not watching you. They don't even know what's going on. You think guys that are 18 now are into like racing? No. They're still trying to figure out if they should have a vagina between their legs. They go to Target and get the tuck underwear. Stop it. What are you going to offer those people? Because eventually you're going to age out. Like, you're going to age out of shit when it comes to what you bring into the table. If you're not teaching people something, you have to teach them something or make them laugh. Like, you guys watched, I watched 5 minutes. Did you watch the Cooper Baguetti podcast with Garrett and some other guy? 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I was like, why are we watching this? What are you saying? Well, one time you can't watch Cletus. It's not diverse enough. How? Exactly. Racism. The Mexican guy they got is the whitest Mexican I've ever seen in my life. Is he Mexican? I've seen him flying. I turned it off. Exactly. Hey, look at me. I'm flying a plane. I'm sewing. I'm shoveling dirt. Tune in. I'm going to shovel some dirt. Bro, teach people something. Cletus is going to start doing kid cartoons. Oh my God. How do I teach these kids? Car made at 7-Eleven a couple of weeks ago. Changed gas stations. Now makes $7.39. Knock sensor must be happy. You need dreamy, bold sound effects for the kids nowadays. I don't even, what the hell is that? It's weird at a streetcar takeover, the event guys chasing each other around with cameras. And man, you can hear the favoritism in the comments. Cringe. So imagine you go to a streetcar takeover and Chase, I think is his name. Is he like a rich dude? Because like, what does he do for a living? Like, don't tell me a streetcar takeover. Stop. Some of those attract 5 guys. So what does he do to, like, again, pocket watching? I get it. But like, what does he do for money? Right? So then he's like, I'm going to do a streetcar takeover. And then his camera crew is following around. Garrett's camera crew is following around. You're going to see streetcar takeover and some of these YouTube call-out events, and there are more cameramen than crew. There are more cameramen than crew. His cameramen are there, and then you can see 50 GoPros glued onto this shit. You don't know whose GoPro's who. It's not racing. Like, if I go racing, I let someone else film. I'm like, it's real difficult to race, film. Like, it's almost impossible. On Texas 2K, it was the worst thing ever. Trying to cater to the people, trying to film for YouTube, and trying to get in the mindset of racing. And I thought to myself, impossible. Can't do it. Can't do it in my capacity. I'm either going to race or film. I'm not going to do both. I was disappointed he didn't interview him individually. Alex versus Jake Paul. Those guys are athletic. I'm not going to take any away from those guys. I know I'm gay, but I only watch anime, Alex. It's gay. Whatever. I don't watch anything from the clip. I don't watch anything. Look, again, guys, I don't hate him. I can't watch him, just like I can't watch Mustang Lifestyles, Stang Mode, any of the Mustang channels. I can't watch them because I'm not learning anything. If the point to watch you is to watch you race, then I'll watch racers, like real racers that they don't even have a following, but their car is known. Like, there's a car out there, a tailpipe car, notch, called Silver Surfer. What a car. Every time that car is at an event, I want to see it. I want to see it. I don't care about the guy. Fuck the guy. I don't care about the guy. I want to see that car get down. I don't care about the guy's background. I don't care what he ate for dinner that day. I don't care what he thinks about anything. I want to see that car get down. So when I watch racing, I want to watch racers. When I watch World Cup, it has a minimal amount of YouTubers. Minimal amount of YouTubers. So I go, these are racers. These guys are racing in Warriors class, Tres Cuarto class. They watch X275, this and this and that. These guys live to race. So when I watch racing, I want to watch racers. I don't want to watch a YouTuber race. What the fuck is tuck underwear? Robo style, you gotta get out of your house. You gotta get out of your house once in a while. Exactly, Alex. I watched 5 minutes at the start and had to turn it off. He owns SCT and a shop. That's not enough money. I love you. SCT and a shop is not enough money. I'm sorry. The dude had money before that. I know guys that own a shop and they can barely afford their bills. Stop it. Chase does insurance from what I remember, unless he doesn't do that anymore. Gotcha. That makes more sense. Insurance makes more sense. Pookie gets tuck underwear for the blicky. Boy, what a good use of tuck underwear from Target. Yes, and that's a great point. I think his name's Garrett too. Those channels are the jackass channels of drag racing. You know, you don't watch Jackass to learn anything. You watch what crazy shit they can do, right? What happens if I throw a banana into a fully spooled turbo? Welcome to Jackass, Racing Jackass. What happens if I have a car on a jack stand at 100 miles an hour? Like, what a scientific experiment. A live stream of a car. Could you imagine you are such a Cletus fanboy? You watched a Crown Vic just with jacked up from the back, set the cruise at 100 miles an hour or whatever, and you were like, man, what's going to happen? It's probably going to run out of gas. Like, there are mouth breathers out there with the straw hat, the glasses, and the Texas Speed catch can as a coffee can. And they're like, boy, this is some great content right here. Crown Vic, what do you think is going to happen? I think he's going to run out of gas. You know, running out of gas was the last thing I ever thought of. What happens when I put a car in park on the dyno? You don't think I would get more views if I started doing I do dumb stuff already, but you don't think if I like put a Magnum condom on one tailpipe of the notch and a regular condom and just rev it and see which one lasts longer, and you see this big dildo shaped thing coming off the tailpipe? Whoa! But then I become a content guy where, like, the last video I did, which is going to air probably tonight, is me dialing in the math curve on a ZR1 on a custom cold air. And I show you how it's put on, my theories, I show you data logs, and I'm like, maybe nobody will watch it because it's not entertaining in terms of content. But the people watching it go, God, that's interesting how Alex has ideas about the shape of a math housing. You know, I want you to learn something. I don't know. Call me crazy. Exactly. Sukihana Dodge. I mean, I still have the sound clip is kind of hard.
Cause I'm trifling, 40 Glock on my nightstand. Roll up his backwood before he put that pipe in. Bitch, I'm busting jugs in the Hellcat, in the backseat, getting fucked from the back.
Girl's wild. I don't see why Cletus is so worried about content. He has a bigger problem to worry about. The housing development forcing him to move. Has there been any movement on that, guys? Matt Oliver? Anyone? Anyone out there? Do you know if there's been any movement on the building front? Because it's been some time and everybody was optimistic and we're going to work something out. We're going to build a racer condo area. Boy, shut up. Shut up. It's Bradenton, bro. It's trash shit out there, okay? People that go to the track probably can't afford a $400,000 house with a badass garage close to the track. Well, we're going to build a racer. Shut up. The guys that buy a specific condo for their vehicles are millionaires who shine their Porsches and Lambos and Ferraris. They're not guys that have a fucking 5.3 with a kill the planet cam and twin 60-something precision smoking out the bitch. Like, stop. Alice, can you spill the bean about the upcoming tuning device? No. Nothing to do with Lund. But I hear things, and I can't allude to that. There could be, like, bad shit that can happen if I actually spill beans on stuff. Is that going to be the new member-only vids? What is wrong with these female rappers? Hukihana's a new personal favorite. Born by the River is a banger. Born by the River? Nah, I don't want to get copyrighted. The last video, guys, totally demonetized. 100% demonetized. And it was the rap. It was the Dodge commercial. It was like everything. And I was like, when can I make content that isn't claimed by everybody for copyright stuff? Like, it's one thing for me to sit there and just play the rap song and try to get the clicks off the rap song. It's another thing to use it in conjunction with something else to make a joke. So I have technically modified it. Well, YouTube doesn't even allow me to try to fight that. YouTube says, you used it, bye. So I'm like, well, then where can I go to have the freedom to do it? Rumble. Nobody's on Rumble. Like, I uploaded 30 videos there. Dude, like 3 views. Like, now, if you put up a video that says, Joe Biden is killing America and trans and the kids. Oh, I have a zillion views. That is a specifically right-wing crazy channel. Don't be like Street Speed 717. He killed this channel with clout chasing content. Right. Like Street Speed 717. I used to go to his channel and go, wow, maybe I'm going to learn some Corvette specific content on here. No. It became a giveaway channel. It became a look at me channel. It became let me jump a river channel. It became a clout chasing channel. But again, that made him more money. See, for those of you that want knowledge and you want to learn something, eventually YouTubers like him has to decide, do I just want to put out content to make money? Or do I want to just put out dumb clout chase stuff and make money? Well, if he can do that for 5 years and become a millionaire, more power to him. But he's very young. What are you going to do for the rest of your life? You got to have something to set you up for the rest of your life. So if anything, people can go back in time and reference all the Coyote content on this channel, all the GT500 content on this channel, and maybe it'll be like a forever thing based on a certain platform. Great. But if I start saying, I don't know, if I start putting whipped cream on my calves and have like weird content with like basically only calves content, you guys are going to think I'm a weirdo. But I'll make money selling you my farted on underwear. Cleats fans will buy. Oh, here we go. The sound is going to get stupid again. Let me not touch this thing. God damn it. Like, I can't touch the table. Have you thought of all the smoke Cleater puts in the air during his burnout contest on freaking pay-per-view TV? Burnout contests are fucking stupid. Drifting is fucking stupid. Rolling coal is fucking stupid. Drag racing diesels is fucking stupid. There you go.
Alex, why do you say that?
Because the optics of it is awful. Well, Alex, you do burnouts? I do burnouts. At the track. Right before I race my ethanol or pump gas powered vehicle. If you go out there and do a burnout and purposely blow shit up, again, the optics in today's era of EPA crackdowns, you're just asking for trouble. But again, if I don't want them to get hit, I don't want them to get popped, I want them to do whatever. But I don't watch that. You think I'm going to go to a burnout contest? You think I'm going to go to a burnout? What am I going to watch there? You think the Australian burnout contest during their summer nationals are badass? You do? You think those are badass? I literally can't hang with you. All these cloud chasing channels weren't bad at the beginning. They would just shut the F up and drive for most of the part. That's people want to hear a car drive, ASMR stuff. People want to hear how a car sounds on a watt shift. People want to, they just want that stuff. Like, I think 1320 does a really good job of that. I think 1320 and that racing channel, they do a really good job of going out there and showing you car-related content. But it is a bunch of different cars from a bunch of different people from a bunch of different area codes. It's more difficult, in my opinion, to have one vehicle or one platform of vehicle and make big money on the channel unless you're doing kind of crazy and silly stuff. But again, you might alienate the people that want to learn. I live in Manatee County where Cleater is, and I feel bad for him. Come 2026, he needs to invest in property in Sebring because that track is doomed. And that's what I said. And Cooper said he didn't think it'd be an issue. I'm like, dude, you're way too optimistic. You're going up against $1 billion company. Your track affiliation and the track taxes and the track revenue is like a 32nd of what the revenue of building homes in that area would generate to the town. And at the end of the day, the council people want money. Plain and simple. They want money. So what are you gonna do? I thought burnouts were cool when I was 13. 375 a tire. I'm not doing burnouts. Right. Alex, would you say the red car was the most profitable on the channel? No. No way. The black car. The black car and the GT500 by far. If you look at my most watched video ever, it was why Mustang owners crash and the nastiest GT500 on the planet. And those two videos alone made a lot of money. The red car did not make a lot of profit on the channel. The ZR1 is creeping up there because, even though this channel isn't huge, 10,000 views for 4 days is a lot. And then what happens is you get the first wave of views, then it levels out, and then like after 3 months, it takes off again. It's crazy how the algorithm works. Rumble, poor man's OnlyFans, right? Owning a supercar is not content. Thank you. Thank you. Let's say this channel starts generating me $200,000 a year. You guys would think I'm a douchebag if I bought an R8. Oh, what a douchebag! Oh, look, another 8-second R8. Oh wait, well, he's just showing his money off. Blah blah blah. But then, what would you say if I got a Grand National, and I hopped it up, old school Grand National, bone stock, $40,000 Grand National, mint condition, bone stock. Run it, come back, mod it, get with people like Cotton up in Agawam, Massachusetts, and be like, let's mod it. Little by little. Let's see where the failure points are. Let's see what the bottom end will take. And don't you think if I hopped up a Grand National, that it would get more views than what an R8 would bring in? For the people on this channel, absolutely. Alex, any tuners in South Florida you recommend for LS stuff? No, I don't know any tuners in South Florida that I recommend with anything. Alex, no. Alejandro, would you laugh if I told you they had a car meet dedicated to the Fast and Furious movie in San Jose? No, it wouldn't surprise me. California's gay as shit, and they do gay stuff. Finally made it to a live while it's live. Does London Racing not tune for It's Just a 6 anymore? No, I think he went standalone. The zero content will definitely increase money. It's been very interesting to see the progress. Get the R8. No thanks. Cleater would have a horde of hillbillies blocking the excavators from starting the development. Throw some hammers on the GN. Now, I'd support the R8 or Grand National. Now, I'd support that R8 or a Grand National. I get it, but you guys would think the R8 is just... Guys, it's a $130,000 car. Like, relatability is gone. And every 40 to 50-year-old guy is going to look at that Grand National and go, oh, my God, I had one just like that. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Oh. Those are the guys I want to... like, a 9-second Grand National would be cool as fuck, in my opinion. Jack Cotton did my GN's motor, Joe Jackson. Audi's best German car by far. Conley's performance ought to humble. Alex, if you start drifting your 01, you'll get more views. Absolutely. Alex, get an RS7. So, Alex, what do you think of manual Gen 3 S550 with a Gen 1, Gen 2 MT82 swaps? So, what happens is, Joe Swish, you lose downshift rev matching. You lose it. If you get a Gen 1 or a Gen 2 MT82, say bye-bye to any of your rev matching. But the gear ratios are better. The gear ratios are way better. So if you get a Gen 1 or Gen 2 MT82 in a Gen 3 that makes more power, that thing's going to perform really nice. A very good upgrade for a Gen 3 Mustang is a Gen 1 or Gen 2 Stage 3 Ben Calimer build, or even a stock Trans if it holds up, because the gear ratios are so tight that it'll love it. Someone says DSM Lights for Florida is LS Tuners. They had a car meet where Paul Walker died. Oh my God. Your channel has relatable content. Keep doing your thing. That already would not be appropriated as much as the Grand National. Exactly. I like the Grand National. Okay, let's give away some shirts. 2 shirts. We got large and extra large. Large and extra large YDBT shirts. I give them away on the Peasant chat. Just 2 because... And last week, the one guy never got back to me. So I'm only going to do 2. If you don't get back to me with an email... And verify who you are, I'm just not going to send you shirts. So we're going to give away 2 shirts. We'll do, and again, it doesn't matter whether you're a member or not. Obviously, I prioritize the members, but I usually do trivia stuff. And I'm kind of running out of trivia questions to ask, what, let me see here. What was the name of... First, here. What was the name? And it's got to be specific. What was the name of Yola Douchebag's first single? Song. What was Yola Douchebag's first song? You got to type it out exactly how it is on the video. Yola Douchebag's first song. Actually, first and only song. Yola Douchebag. And I'll prioritize the member, but the first one usually gets it. You know what's stronger than family? The tree that hit Paul Walker. Wow, crazy. What is Yellow Douchebag's first song? Someone said Daddy Yankee. Oh my God. Can I have the tracking number before I even win? Right. People want a tracking number for a free shirt. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. There you go. Tyler, 1998. Tyler, 1998 says straight out of Springfield. So Tyler, 1998. Get me, Tyler, 1998. Is that when you were born? So you're 24. Wins the shirt. Let me know if you're a large or extra large. YDBT4life@gmail.com. YDBT4life@gmail.com. And finally, another trivia question. I'm trying to think old school stuff because I like the guys that have been around for a really long time. What was the name? Now I got to remember. What was the name of the park company that YOLO Douchebag opened up? You got to be a little close. What was the name of the parts company that YOLO Douchebag opened up or made fun of? And it is kind of funny because it has to do with recent stuff. But what was the name of the parts company that YOLO Douchebag made fun of or started up? Let's see if you guys remember that. It's a very specific thing. That was like when I still lived in Springfield. Someone says, what's better in y'all's opinion, Gen 2 block or Gen 3 block with Gen 2 heads? Cars pretty much a daily. No, not BMR. No. Parts company. My goodness, guys. The name of the parts company. So in my opinion, a Gen 2 long block is better. No, not a parts company YOLO Douchebag opened and made fun of. Like, no, not BMR, not JLT. Jesus Christ. The parts company. I don't think you guys will get this one. Let me see if I can look it up while you guys struggle with that one. Let me see. Alejandro Flores. Dang, I'm going to have to go way back, way back to find that one. Someone says, YOLO sounds like a funny guy. MMR, the drop shipper with no inventory. Pedal extender, BMR, no. Nitrous oxide system, super cool tunes, no. Alan Davies, you're right. Oh, Coyote Kelly. Oh, my Lord. Jeez, you already won, Coyote Kelly. Like, you already won. I know you already won, Coyote Kelly, but, I mean, are you going to want... No one else is even close. Like, no one else is even close. Boston Cream Pie Racing. Oh, my God. The good times. Coyote Kelly, I'll just give you another shirt. Fuck it. Coyote Kelly, I'll give you another shirt. Because you won it fair and square. No one's even close. So, hit me up again and get you a shirt. So, Tyler, 1998, large or extra large, ydbt4life@gmail.com. Coyote Kelly, large or extra large, ydbt4life@gmail.com. Boston Cream Pie Racing was actually a thing. Alex, have you given any thoughts on the sway bar in the notch? Just curious, saw a video on the YouTube detailing the 351 at the sway bar. I removed it. Matt Oliver, that sway bar is gone. I took that sway bar long ago. And this was way back in the day, Boston Cream Pie Racing. Like, it was so stupid. Like, the video, I look back at it, and it is so stupid that I might actually cringe at it. Intake giveaway soon? Intake giveaway? What intake giveaway? You mean like a PMAS intake? No, what we're going to do, more than likely, on Tuesday, is we're going to give away the Injector Dynamic 7. Guys, this is like $1,800. Okay? Injector Dynamic 1700Xs. And we're going to give away a Watt box that DNA High Performance is going to donate. So, DNA High Performance Watt box, N2MB Watt box, and Injector Dynamics 1700s. And then we'll do the brakes another week, and then the balancer, and we might do ESS pulleys. We'll see what happens there. Wrenches, a long time ago, exactly. Darren McFeeders, can you hit live on your feed? Hit live on your feed. He's talking about Honda Accords getting 400 to 500 miles tank of gas. Can you hit live on your feed, please? Yes, I made fun of that for a while. You had a hood liner in stock and a laptop setup in the basement. Bro, Coyote Kelly, is it on Facebook or is it on YouTube? Because that video was stupid. Like, so dumb. And but the funny thing is, it's so old, and it actually makes sense nowadays. Like it actually holds up. So anyway, I think the whole Super Dave thing is going to happen with a lot of these YouTube channels. Like, does anybody watch Roman Atwood? Like, have you watched his unwatchable show? I'm like, he is interviewing, like, when, no offense to Whistling Diesel, when he talks like himself, not interesting. When Cleater talks as himself, I can't listen. Like, there's nothing there. And when you realize, like, oh my God, how are you're running a business? Like, how? Like, there's nothing there that would be mildly entertaining about anything. Like, I wanted to talk about, because when Cooper was talking about, oh, they should make drag racing NFTs. And I said under my breath, I go, do you think they know what an NFT is? Cooper actually thinks buying an NFT, a fake character, buying into an NFT in order to leverage that against a track purchase. I went, dude, are you like, do you think drag racers know what an NFT is? And he was like, yeah. And I'm like, no, they don't. Hey, give me $100 for this fake Pikachu thing. What do I get out of it? You get a fake Pikachu thing. Okay, well, what can I do with it? Nothing. You own rights to it. I could download a picture of Pikachu on the internet right now and use it for whatever I want. No, but it's different. This is an NFT. Shut up. Like, I'm so glad NFTs just tanked in popularity, or what a stupid thing. And I bet some of you crypto weirdos actually look into NFTs. Some of you actually bought NFTs. Could you imagine you're a man with balls? Because now we have to like differentiate. And you bought into the whole NFT and crypto thing like a dumb son of a bitch you are. What? No 0-1 giveaway, right? I think YouTube, but yeah, that video was way ahead of its time, especially with what happened. Okay, do you guys have a link? Do you guys have a link? Like, I'd love to play it again. Let me look it up. YDBT Parts Company. Here we go. Parts pushers pushing their product. That's not it. Parts pushers. So a part pusher is probably one of the most annoying trends that's happening on every forum now. Okay. Let's say you get on a forum and you ask a simple question like, hey guys, my transmission is having a little grinding issue from first to second. And what's the next thing you hear? Hey, if you need a new shifter for your transmission, we got them in stock. We accept PayPal. We can take your routing number. We can pretty much take a down payment. Just give us some money. You want to order? Yeah. Oh, wow. That was a little aggressive. Holy shit. Yeah. That video, in my opinion, did not age well. But I thought I had like a Boston Cream Pie Racing video. I'm looking for it now and I can't find it. Here we go. Walmart parallels with certain aftermarket companies. Walmart parallels with certain Yeah, this one got a lot of views. Why did it get a lot of views?
But version 1. Exactly. They had to fucking...
Okay, whatever. Anyway, if you guys throw me a link, I'd love to see that again. I'd buy an NFT before I buy a straw hat. Bro, when he said, we should start something, and then, see... This is where I throttled myself back on the Cooper Baguetti podcast, right? So he's like, you know what we should do? Like, monster trucks have a great thing going. They have like a character, Gravedigger, Ultimate War, whatever. Like wrestling. We should have it so that the racing is like characters. And I went, do you not know about grudge racing? Grudge racing, Silver Surfer, Gorilla, N-word, racist terms. I had to hold myself back because I don't think he was going after that kind of edgy material. So I went, well, there's cars named the N-word or racist terminology, like the C-word, like derogatory terminology for black people, or, the H word for a white person. Like again, I'm doing it because YouTube will just kill it. So if you go to a Grudge event, have you seen the car names on Grudge cars? Man, I got $500 on N-word over, honky. And I'm like, we have that. Like, we have that already. That's why Grudge racing is insanely popular. But the problem is this. Grudge racing will never be mainstream because it is betting money. They're talking that shit. Like, they're really, really, it's very adult, racy kind of gang mentality stuff. So someone like a Cooper Baguetti can't go to a Grudge event and be like, yeah, the tax collector, right? Which is ironic, that name. Pushing P. Oh, shit. Third-party vendor. Okay, let me see. YDBT, third-party vendor. Third party. Oh, my Lord. I am so stupid.
I'm making this video to refute this YOLO douchebag guy saying that third-party parts vendor are a bad thing. Tara, I currently run Boston Cream Pie Racing, and it's a new outfit, and we're lean and mean. It's a one-man show, but I absolutely warehouse parts, and I absolutely have an office. And to prove you and that YOLO douchebag piece of shit wrong, I'm going to take you to my office right now. Check this out.
I go to my basement.
Okay.
There's my office. It's a basement.
Oh, God.
Okay, fuck it. Here we go. Fuck it. It's funny. This is old. Boy, I was ahead of my time. Ah, man, I'm telling you, like, way ahead of my time.
And I absolutely have an office. And to prove you and that YOLO douchebag piece of shit wrong, I'm going to take you to my office right now. Check this out.
You know when I go, check this out, it's going to be a shit show.
Oh, God. So, there it is, okay? There's my office right here. So, again, you're fucking wrong, YOLO douchebag. I totally have an office, all right? I'm not some piece of shit. And you know what I'm doing right now? Market research to see who I can undercut next. So, YOLO douchebag also said in his videos, well, they don't even have parts or whatever.
Holy shit. Wow, Alex. I'm telling you, only the real ones know what the wildest shit I was putting out there. That's some good stuff. My God. What's going on with the GT500 engine? Oh, okay. Check it out. Do you guys want to know what's going on with the GT500 engine? I got an update. Thank you very much. I got an update. Fuck you. Let me see. Keith Ray hit me up. Nice guy. He was like, hey, I'm waiting for the gaskets for the proper quench. For the proper quench. And we're going to go ahead and, but it looks good. Looks like he's got the short block assembled. The pistons are stupid. Like they just stick way out. So remember, this thing's going to be 12-to-1 compression. Billy badass, big boy stuff. So check it out. Display capture. Boop-a-dee-boop-boo. There you go. Yeah. So there you go. Got the crank in there. Oh my Lord. 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 Here we go. Let's see what else we got going on here. There we go. And then I think there's a picture of the pistons sticking up. There's the pistons, 12-to-1 compression. Yeah, see right there. Boom, boom, bada bing. And bada bing, bada boom. Thank you, Wonder Racing, for the update. We got GT500 motor is gonna be wild, bro. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be good stuff. 12-to-1 compression. Thing's gonna make like 1100 on 20 psi or something stupid. So we'll see where that ends up. The fold-out table, exactly copyrighted. No different than Cletus. The gut. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, no, that was pre-Cletus, Flyjock. I did that pre-Cletus, and then I said to myself, I don't want to be looked at as a clown. I'm agreeing with you, Flyjock. I was doing wild shit, dumb stuff, and then I thought to myself, well, I don't want to be this clown that people go, hey, flip your hat and do all this dumb shit. And I'm just like, no, screw you. Go get Cafe Cubano and get wired. Thank you, 313 Mike. Appreciate that. I sent your stuff, so you should be getting it I think you should be getting it Wednesday or so. The ZT2 package. I've seen every video on your page. What are you looking at? Gut right, exactly. Undercutters, right? 12 to 1. Yes, 12 to 1. Big boy stuff. Alex, you catch the Lomachenko fight last night? I think he got robbed. I heard all of that this morning. I got up really early and I wanted to see the reviews and stuff. Everyone said that Lomachenko supposedly did more to win that fight, but also there were people that said it could have gone either way. I'll watch it tonight. I'll watch it on replay. I'll let you know what I think. Not that you give a fuck. Just tuning in, spending my day trying to figure out a cylinder 4 misfire. Well, this is the best way to do it, brother. Take the coil and the plug and move it. Take the coil and plug and move it to number 8 and see if the misfire follows into number 8. If it doesn't, you have an issue in that pot somewhere. That's what I paid for mine. 12 GT500 performance package. What's going on here? 2012 GT500, 44,000 miles for 45,000 bucks. Thoughts? That's actually pretty good. I like the 11 to 12s. They're becoming affordable. If I was to get another GT500, it'd be an 11 to 12, probably a 12 performance package, 373 car, TVS, Twin 60. And again, I haven't done that either. That's another thing I could do. I could do S197 GT500 content from the ground up, or I could go back to a GT. And if I do a GT, it's probably going to be a Boss 302. Because I've already done the GT thing. And if I'm going to do a Boss 302, the reason I would choose a Boss 302 is because it has the best motor Gen 1 ever had. So I would absolutely get a Boss 302 as my S197 content, build it up NA a little bit, and then go right to Boost and say, look, let's build up a Boss 302 and have some fun with it. Yeah, that was 4 years ago. 305 Race says, I have an F full bolt on, fully bolted on. CJ, Stage 2 Comp Cam Gen 3, want to get rid of the 1710 rim and a 305 45 17 for a 15A 275 60 15 roll racing. No, I would keep the 305 45 17. I would, for roll racing? For roll racing? I would do the 305 45 17 over the 15 by 8? What? 305 racing. What the fuck? You want to put a 275 60 15 on a 15 by 8 inch rim? And you're talking about sidewall? Have you seen what a 15 by 8 inch rim looks like with a 275 60 15? It looks like a basketball. I don't know who gave you that theory. That is ridiculous. Because if you're going to have a 275 60 15 tire, you want at least a 10-inch rim. 9-inch rim is shut up. 10-inch rim. 15 by 8 with a 275 60 15, and you're going to give up a 1710 with a 305 45 17. Bro, you're going backwards. You're making it worse. Yes, you're going to have FUPA tires. Fat under pussy area tires. That sounds crazy. You need it on a 15 by 10. And I know why you're saying 15 by 8. Because it fits without any modification, right? Like maybe the caliper, maybe, I don't know. I don't know what you're putting it on. But 15 by 8 is way, way, way too narrow of a wheel, in my opinion, to put a 275 60 15. And he's right. An NA car doesn't need 15s. He's 100%. Especially a roll racing car. A roll racing car? Bro, stop it. Those sidewalls going to be bubble out like a motherfucker BBW tire. Right. BBL tire. Only reason I'm doing a 15 by 8 is because 15 by 10 wouldn't fit the S. Exactly. See what I mean? The fitment. No. Can't do it, brother. Do it right or don't do it at all. I think a 305 45 17 on a 1710 is way more beneficial than a 15.8 with a 275 60 15. It sounds crazy to me. Especially on an NA roll car. You could almost roll race on a Sport Cup 2, an NT 555 R2. Like, you don't need a 15-inch. You don't need it. You don't need it. No. In my opinion, I think you're going the wrong way. You should stay with what you got. Andy Black Betty says, I moved the coils in plugs already. Smoke tested. Gonna move to the injectors and around and see what happens next. You guys said the O2 signal looks wavy and rich on a log, so getting new sensors too. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. A lot of people are not willing to do the work to get our concerns looked at. And I understand that some people go, well, it's just a tune, just adjust it into tune. And I'm like, look, man, if I see an O2 signal, wideband signal be super wavy like this, I'm going to say, bro, something's wrong. You got anti-foulers, your O2's on the way out, or you got an issue going on with the combustion. If you run a 15 on a 26 tire, not a 28. Wow, 15.8, might as well do slicks with the radial front. The 275 was originally made for a 58, but you want a 10-inch wide wheel to actually use the whole patch. Stick with what it's got. Drag packs are worthless on a street car for roll racing. Toyota R888 for the street. NOT, not Nittos. Toyota R888s for the street, not Nittos. So Bryson Witt says Toyota R888s are the best. No need for anything less than 17 wheel for racing. Toyo's autocorrect got me. Blame it on the autocorrect. Exactly. Toyo? Dude, we get on people's case here right away if they misspell anything. I think NA guys, I understand the thought process. Rolling, resistance, weight. I get it. You're trying to be as light as possible. Look, man, I think you're going about it the wrong way. Like, do you have stock fronts? 305? 305. Hey, 305. Do you have stock fronts? Yes or no? If you have stock fronts, you got other issues. Again, 305. Do you have stock fronts? Because you went from a 305, 45, 17, and you want to go to a 15.8, 275, 60, 15. What about the fronts? She said it's an aggressive form of herpes. You're going to want to get checked ASAP. Enjoy your video, buddy. It's going to be a bumpy road ahead. What's he talking about? That's funny. What's he talking to? Who's he talking to? Shit. Yeah, just slap a whole Toyota Camry on it. Motherfucker, is that Incognito Racing? Right. Mofler, it is, I think. Got it. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? I don't know. He just disappeared. I wonder if he disappeared. I wanted to see if he had stock fronts. You're not going to break traction at 70 miles an hour on an NA car. If you want to be as light as possible, you probably shouldn't start with a 3,800-pound car. Thank you, Joe Swish. And let's end it with that. If you're racing a S550 and gutting the ever-living crap out of it, you're eventually gonna wanna do some real critical thinking. So you chose a vehicle that's 3,800 pounds. And then you gutted it to make it lighter, as opposed to starting with a vehicle that is already light. Say what you want about Honda guys. They're light. Say what you want about Honda guys. They are light. So I respect it because some of those cars can be made to go really fast, especially the all-wheel drive stuff. I think is awesome. So the all-wheel drive Civic guys are already light. Make 30, 40 pounds of boost, 1,000 wheel. That is going to destroy most of the stuff out there. But the guys that start with a boat, and then gut their way into notchback numbers, I don't know what you're doing. I don't think that benefited you in any way, shape, or form. So, you got to kind of like pick your battles. Do you want a light car or do you want a powerful motor in a heavy car? I'd rather have a powerful motor in a light car or a light car, period, and then work on the power later. Civic guys, I understand. NA S550 guys, I don't understand. Forrest Whitaker's left. Are you also sponsored by Milwaukee 305 Racing? 305 come alive, Larry Hoover. Literally the reason I got a C6 GS over a Gen 2 Coyote. All-wheel drive Civics are gapping. Plaids and Fox body is king. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. We had about 310 people on today. That's really nice. Congratulations to Tyler 1998 and Coyote Kelly for winning shirts. Let me know if you want a large or an extra large at ydbt4life@gmail.com. Tune in on Tuesday where we'll be giving away a WAP box and Injector Dynamics 1700Xs. The following week we'll give away some brakes. And then we also have a bunch of other goodies, and I'm sure other sponsors are going to kick in to provide giveaways. I want to do my best to just give you stuff. I don't want to make you, make you subscribe. But certain times I'm going to favor the subscribers. But if you don't subscribe, you still have a chance to win without actually buying a goddamn thing. So I'm going to do my best to get stuff given away twice a week at least, but not on Thursdays, just to make sure that you guys have a little incentive as to watch. Maybe all I ask is to share, subscribe, like. If you want to become a member, totally up to you. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday, 8 o'clock for Talking Shit Tuesday. All right, guys, see you later.